It's a great time for small business here in Ascension, and here to talk about MBECA, Small Business Week, and its impact, we have Lee Malasaw and some winners who will tell us all about getting involved. Lee, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you guys for coming to Ascension 21.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. So Lee, Small Business Week is coming, and there's so much to do, jam-packed. Tell me a little bit about MBECA.
Sure. The Micro Business Enterprise Corporation of Ascension has been around for about 22 years. We were started many years ago in response to the need for what was called a multimodal transportation facility on the West Bank. And we realized very quickly that in Donaldsonville on the West Bank, there wasn't a lot of small business. And so the Louisiana Department of Economic Development reached out to us and said, hey, would you guys put together a small business center for the parish to handle all of these new people that are expected to come to the parish? So fast forward, here we are. And now we're almost very much in the same situation. So they're asking us to renew all of our spirit. And I said, well, we've been renewed every year for 21 years. So we keep doing this. So MBECA is a free small business center for the parish of Ascension and our surrounding parishes. People can come in and get technical assistance, specialized training, access to capital. We are very much the same thing that the small business development centers do at universities, but we are rural, we are nonprofit, and we are here at home in Ascension Parish.
Really, that's great to say that something exists like this in a parish that is growing so much. So if someone has a small idea or a large idea and they just need the resources, you're telling me MBECA is a place to go for those resources.
Absolutely. We are dream weavers. We are not dream killers. We do spend a lot of time working with the Ascension Economic Development Corporation, our two chambers, and of course the state departments, to make sure that when we are aware of what the tapestry is for the business needs that are here. It's not to suggest that someone wants to come in and be the 350th salon.
Right.
And we would probably not tell them that, this is a bad idea, but we do try to guide people to fill the gaps that we have, because duplication of effort is not always the best thing to do in a growing parish. We want to make sure we're not missing any critical pieces that make economic impact so important for our parish. So we spend a great deal of time doing that. We put all of our program participants through a series of training workshops, which first off starts off as entrepreneurial training. We want to know, what is your business plan? How does it work? Are you prepared? Is it a new business? Is it pre-venture? Or have you been in business for 30 years and it's time to make a change or a refresh to sort of stay in the times? Because obviously AI and all of the things that are impacting us today, some of the businesses really need to kind of get caught up with where we are. Some of them change their models altogether. We deal with a lot of entrepreneurs. We call them serial entrepreneurs, meaning they're going to start an average of 5 small businesses per year. Now, what's critical about that in the state of Louisiana is about 98.5% of all businesses that exist in creating workforce are considered small businesses. Now, I know that's difficult to sort of fathom, but it's true, mostly because the SBA defines small business around less than 500 people. So I'm like, wow, that's a huge small business. But nonetheless, it's how our state operates, and it's how we are very fortunate to have a service like this that is offered absolutely free to the public. That's the hardest thing we ever can tell people, is that this is free. The state provides this opportunity for these individuals to come in and be prepared so that they don't make the mistakes that cause troubles later.
And people may shy away from that. It's got to be a catch if it's free and it's all these resources, but it's not. And so we'll get into how people can find and apply and get into MBECA at the end. But right now, Small Business Week is approaching. And so those who have small businesses and have ideas have an opportunity May 11th through the 14th to show up and get connected. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So every year we host a Small Business Week celebration. Technically, Small Business Week in the U.S. is the very first week of May. But we always push ours back a week because there's so many great programs already going on at the national level. We try not to compete with those. So we wait a week, and then we'll have ours the second week of May. So this is happening throughout the parish. Each one of our municipalities have a day that they're considering to be their small business day. So on May 11th in Donaldsonville, starting at 5 p.m., we're going to be having the Small Business Day in the city of Donaldsonville. That activity will be at the Lemon Center. And the idea this year, the theme is connecting small business to big business. So we're calling this our Big Business, Small Business Connect series this year. So what we are doing is bringing in larger industry, larger commercial industries, and talking to vendors on what does it take to become a vendor? Can you become a vendor? What do you need to become a vendor? How can you procure services through these small businesses? So we're going to make this a very informal set of activities throughout the week so that they can really sit with these individuals and really ask those questions. How can I do business with you? If you think of all the great industries that our parish and our state has recruited to come to the region, every small business owner is thinking, how do I work with the likes of CF or Lindy or Air Products or Hyundai or even our hospital system? You know, how do we work with Franciscan ministry and all of the different people who are growing here? How do I get involved as a small business? So that is what we feel is really important. We work with our parish officials and our city officials as well as our state delegation to really make sure that we provide that, because that's critical. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult to see all of these great things happen and you feel like you're sitting in outfield, not a part of the game. So we want to bring them into the game early. So that's going to be the focus. Sorrento, we're looking at it Tuesday night. It's going to be a very similar situation, except that one is how to get certified with the state of Louisiana. How do I earn these certifications that give me procurement opportunities? So that if I ever want to bid on a state project, I have bonus points going in. The state offers 3 certifications. One is the Small and Emerging Business. One is the Hudson Initiative for minority, women-owned. And there's the Veterans Program, which is strictly for veteran-owned firms. Every one of these certifications they get gives them bonus points into any procurement opportunity they have for a bid. So those are the 2 big activities that'll go on before our big day on May 14th. So May 14th, here in Gonzales at the Pace Center, starting at 7 in the morning. We are very fortunate that we have Vicious Biscuit providing free breakfast for us.
That's a treat.
I know, right? Isn't it? It's a reason to come right there. Yeah. So then starting right after, we're going to be giving the our Small Business Awards away, which we'll talk about in a minute. Mm-hmm. But then right after, we have 2 AI workshops that'll be provided, as well as a cybersecurity workshop. And then we'll move downstairs in the Pace Center to a resource fair. So we'll have multiple lenders. We'll have the SBA there. We'll have the SBDCs there, the chambers, all talking about how can we help you? Mm-hmm. Because again, most of this is free. Most of these services are offered to you free of charge. So they'll be out there. And at the same time, the Small Business, Big Business Connect will go on inside the Pace Center. And then of course, it'll transition for the lunch, because that's also the Ascension Chambers meeting day. So at the lunch, we're going to be doing a panel discussion with the state of Louisiana, CF Industries, ISC, as well as a local business owner, as well as Franciscan Ministry. So we're going to have all of them there. I should say St. Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. But they'll all be up there, and we have questions to ask them in front of the crowd. How do we do business? Very similar type questions. So lots of activity going on. Again, it's all free. The lunch is not free, so I'll have to say that. If anyone wants to stay for the lunch, they'll have to work with the chamber to RSVP for their lunch. But every other activity that we're doing that morning is all free, as well as the ones in Donaldsonville and Sorrento.
That's amazing. So y'all are really touching on every point of Ascension, not gatekeeping, and then giving resources for not only individuals and their businesses, but for our parish to grow. And I think that would be the catch. If someone's trying to figure out why it's free, it's helping our parish develop even more economically than we already are. And so to that point, y'all are not just seat fillers. We have Jay, Grant, and Cole here in the studio who have really benefited from MBECA and from this week in the past. And so we want to talk to you guys and see just how impactful this program is and why people should come. So Jay, we'll start with you. Tell me a little bit about your winnings through MBECA and how you've grown since.
Well, first, it's free, so everyone definitely should take advantage of that as well. And just from start to when I first started the company, knowing and understanding about writing the business plan, because if you don't know what you have, you don't know where you're going to be going in the future. So that was the first thing for me.
Wow, so it really took it from a building point,
Yes, absolutely.
the basics. And so tell me about your business and what you're offering now since you've graduated and won from MBECA.
Well, first, when we first started, we was mostly into real estate investing, buying homes, renovating them. But then we got into the construction side. So we started doing residential. Now we're doing commercial, federal, and also industrial as well. So we are, Marks Construction is a full general contracting firm. We from pre-construction all the way to punch list. We keep it very simple to our clients. We're a one-stop shop for everything for our clients. And we just try to make sure that our clients are very happy in everything that we're doing for them.
And it's so amazing that you said you started with making a business plan.
Yes.
And so you went into this resource fair and learned even just how to grow your business from that simple point. And now you're, showing success. And that's really amazing. If you had to tell someone watching, hey, go to this, what could you tell them?
Anything you're looking for, you could achieve it at MBECA because they have everything, all the knowledge. You just got to put your faith into it and just go and do it.
Awesome. And so Cole, Grant, you guys are also a few participants who put your faith into something. Tell me a little bit about Bingo Bites and how MBECA has impacted you guys.
Well, what we've loved about MBECA is that it's not just another cookie cutter program. There really is additional resources and additional expertise that if you have one specific topic that you really need to dig into, those resources are there to come back to actually expand on the specific thing that you're looking for. About Bingo Bites, we are a vending machine business here in Ascension Parish in Baton Rouge. So we use AI smart coolers. This is technology that has been starting to really get popular in other parts of the United States. And we're just blessed with an opportunity to bring that technology to Louisiana. So the way it works, it's like a gas station cooler, but it has a credit card reader on it. It would go right where your traditional vending machine is. You present your card, it'll unlock the door, and then anything that you grab, it'll automatically charge the card with 2 AI cameras that can detect the product. So there's no coils, there's no motors, which means we could pack in the same space as a traditional vending machine, sometimes twice as many options. And of course, there's no jams with no motors and coils. So our customers have really been enjoying it, and so have the businesses that have allowed us to put our machines there so far. And lastly, we do bean to cup coffee. So we provide between 10 to 20 different options from macchiatos, cappuccinos, espressos, and traditional coffee and decaf options for our customers and businesses.
All right, now you're brewing my language. I like that. And so these businesses were birthed or developed through MBECA.
Yeah, so of course we don't always get pre-ventured. We met Cole and Grant where they had already started their business, and our goal was to try to get them to that next level, which they've done great on their own. I feel like we're just a great passenger along, watching these young men really be successful. I've worked with Jay for quite some time in the city of Donaldsonville. We're both Donaldsonville natives, and of course, I've known him for a while. But just watching them grow and mature, and to be honest with you, it's what drove our board of directors to nominate these individuals. One who's not here, and I definitely want to mention her name, Lara Kling. She owns a business called Blessing Way Doula. And for many people that don't know exactly what a doula is almost like a midwife, but she helps birthing mothers help to deliver their children. In fact, right now, she is in Covington helping a mother deliver her child in a more natural way. And even if it's not, she kind of helps them along the way. And so she is also a participant in our program. And it's not just about classes. We also have what we call our CEO Roundtable. We invite those who have businesses that are more mature to get in these programs, and they help each other. So it's a facilitated program, but it's much more of letting them talk together and come up with solutions. And so we're really excited about that. Our board feels really, because like I said before, we're nonprofit. Our board, almost all, if not all of our board members have been clients of ours. That's sort of the way we push in our bylaws, is that we want our own clients to graduate, get somewhere, and then of course come back and serve the organization. The state offers, it used to be a shorter certification window. Now, every 10 years, they let you recertify. So you technically, if you continue to meet the criteria of the program, you can stay certified for the rest of your business life if you wish. So this year, our board nominated 3 different awards, which we generally do. First is our Young Entrepreneurs of the Year. Both of these gentlemen are sitting behind me. It's very interesting for us because we don't always give that award away. That is a very special award that when the board sees the process, the commitment and the success of the young entrepreneur, they will decide to make that nomination. And these gentlemen were nominated based on the feedback. We give presentations as facilitators to the board and say, these are the people that we think have been the best of the best in our programs. And it's been, every year we probably work with about 100 to 110 individuals in the region, mostly here, but some will drive from St. James, from Ascension. We've got folks from New Orleans because they hear about our program, and I'm not patting ourselves on the back, but we really do deeply believe in helping these things. We don't have a big, this is not one of those, got a beautiful office and lots of staff, right? In fact, our leadership, we volunteer during the day. So what we do, if we teach a class or something, there is compensation for our teachers, which we always do a call for consultants. So if anybody in this room wants to teach entrepreneurs how to go on television, we love to talk to you. So you can teach them how to do that. So we have the 3 winners. The Young Entrepreneurs of the Year. Lara Kling is the Woman Business Owner of the Year.
Nice.
And we are very proud to announce that Jay is our Small Business Owner of the Year. And we recently learned that we normally nominate our Small Business Owner of the Year for the state awards. And MBECA has had an impressive history of award winners. I was very delighted to get the phone call about a month ago and found out that Jay has now also been selected for the Small and Emerging Business Development Owner of the Year. So the state will be recognizing him in the first week of May, and they are going to promote his business senselessly. And our previous winners who have gotten that award have seen, if he thinks he's grown now, he doesn't know what's about to happen, because LED will put a lot of effort into promoting this across the state. And his life will change. And I know it's hard for me to tell you that and for you to believe it, but a lot of our owners who in this award, their businesses, they actually step away from their business. Our board vice chair won the award 4 years ago. She's actually now a speaker. She's a guest speaker. Like, she travels and she speaks about her craft. And I was like, what happened to that business? She says, I have people who do that now. I'm like, okay, well, we're proud of you. You keep doing you. So they will be recognized that day, and we're very proud to have our state winner with us again.
All right. Well, Jay, congratulations. Not just on the state level, but from having that mindset to go to MBECA, take access to these resources and grow your business. Grant, Cole, congratulations on the Young Entrepreneur Award, and congratulations to everyone here, and even to you for the nonprofit growing and doing what it's doing in Ascension. So May 11th through the 14th is Small Business Week. Residents and those watching have the opportunity to be just as blessed as those sitting right here in the studio, and it's free, so there's no reason for them except for the lunch. If you want to go to the lunch, go through the chamber, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Lee.
you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much for joining us. And if
Thank you.
you want to learn more about MBECA, or you want to be embarked on a journey for your small business, take a look to the information on your screen. We'll have more where you can learn just how to get involved. We'll see you next time.